Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Osil, and in today's video I'm going to do the finale of a 2025 project pan that I did this year. So initially I had a bunch of product that I was working on. Then halfway through the year I did have to do a big declutter because I had a lot of issues with my eyes, infections, a lot of things that made me uncertain that there wasn't going to be bacteria and stuff in my eye makeup specifically. So I had to get rid of a lot of things that was also a part of my project pan. And then I also decided to include some more things into the project pan halfway through the year. So that did affect the progress and the results of some of these items, but we're just going to start at the top with the NYX Plump Right Back face primer. I just had this little travel size. I don't remember, there was maybe like 1/3 left of this product, but I'm still not done with this one. Mainly because I just use a tiny amount. I also don't use this every day or every time I do my makeup. The primer in itself for its use is a really good primer, but I don't really need a lot of sticky primers. Really, if I were to purchase a new primer today, I would look for a more of a hydrating and smoothing sort of primer instead of one of those sticky primers. But I do have this one. I have one more like gripping primer back in my collection. But I think this is going to be a rollover to my new project pan for 2026 because I really want to use this up. I only have like a tiny amount left, probably down to here now. So yeah, unfortunately didn't reach my goal there. But I did manage to finish the other primer that I had in the project pan. This is the Niacinamide Soft Focus Primer from Make the Make. And this primer I really did enjoy. This had more of a blurring, smoothing effect. And yeah, I really enjoyed it. I finished it all the way. And I'm really glad now that it's out of my collection. I did declutter the Milani Eye Primer, so that is all gone. But I probably had about 1/3 left of that one in the introduction of the project pan, and I did use quite a lot of it, but I didn't finish it all the way. Then we have the Charlotte Tilbury Light Wonder Foundation in number 2 Fair. Unfortunately, this is discontinued. You cannot get this anymore, and this was my favorite foundation, so I'm currently on the hunt of trying to find a dupe for this, which is really difficult, but I really enjoyed this. I finished it all the way. I'm really going to miss this product. This was great when you wanted a lightweight, light coverage foundation that both felt and looked like skin. Then I also managed to work a lot on my Sigma Correcting Duo, but I had to declutter that one as well. I was a little bit on the fence about whether or not I should call this done because I could have taken out the stopper and there would probably have been much more product left in this, or is more product left in this, but I decided to call this done. And this is the Natasha Denona High Glam Concealer in N2. Really enjoyed this concealer. I used this pretty much every time I did my makeup for 1.5 years. Like I said, I could probably have scraped out more product in this, but I think I want to say I managed to reach my goal on this one. And by the way, one of my favorite concealers. Then we have the Fresh AF Setting Mist, Energizing Mist from 4th Ray Beauty. Not a favorite of mine, but I did manage to finish it fairly early on in the project. I started out, I don't even think oh yeah, there's a mark right here that's almost gone. So I started about here, and then I did manage to finish it. I also managed to finish the Kaya That Do Look Glow Setting Mist or Setting Spray. Also a very good setting mist. I really enjoyed this one, so I'm glad I was able to finish it. And this is where I started. I just managed to finish this just a few weeks ago. This is the number 7 Lip and Cheek Tint in Dusk Pink. This was such a pleasant product to pan. I found it really easy to work with. I loved the shade. It was so blendable. I like the packaging. It didn't smell very good, and unfortunately number 7 is no longer cruelty free, so I am glad that I was able to work this out of my collection. It was one of my oldest blushes, so really happy about that. One product I kind of halfway forgot about, halfway knew that I couldn't focus on because I had other blushes to focus on, was the Charlotte Tilbury matte blush, matte beauty blush wand in Pillow Talk. And this is just a travel size. One of my favorite blushes. I will use this for the coming year, but I knew that I had to focus on the number 7 one if I was going to be able to use it up. And I also had another cream or like a lipstick that I used as a cream blush. So it was just a lot for me, a powder blush as well. So I decided to kind of leave this for a little bit, and I will now get back to this. And there's not a whole lot of product left in this, so I think there is a chance that I could use this up in 2026, although I'm doing like a separate project with my blushes, which I will talk about. Maybe I've already talked about it in a video, maybe it will come after this one, but yeah. So I didn't finish it, but that's okay. It is getting so dark. I never managed to film while it's still light outside, so I'm sorry about that. I'm trying to get some artificial lighting, but yeah, it is what it is. Okay, so next is my Milani Luminoso blush. Man, did I try to work on this. I did not reach my goal, which was to hit pan, or I really wanted to just work on this because it's one of my, if it's not the oldest blush I have. So I did work a lot on it. I used it almost every single time I did my makeup, but I didn't hit pan, unfortunately. But as you can see, I still managed to use up a lot of product here. This is what it looks like now. I don't know if you can see, there's still like a little bump on the side there, but it is pretty much flattened out. I also have the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. My goal was to hit pan. I ended up decluttering that one too. Then I had this Essence Brow Pencil that I did manage to use up. Just a little nib left. Then my goal was to hit pan on both of these brow powders. These are from Makeup Mecca, which I did. Really happy about that. This is going to take me years to completely finish, I think. I also used up one of these e.l.f. brow gels in Neutral Brown. Wow Brow is the name. I also used up another one, so these are always in use. Always need a backup of this one because it's my favorite brow gel. Then I had the Isadora Inliner Blonde eyeliner and the Makeup Store eyeliner in Desert Flower. Those were both decluttered, as well as the single eyeshadows from the Inglot Gold eyeshadow, the Makeup Geek Luna, and I also wanted to hit pan in one of the eyeshadows in my Beauty Bay Pastels palette, so I just had to let all of those go. I did use up the 2 mascaras I had in my project pan. Those were kind of like easy for me in a way, but again, I had a lot of trouble with my eyes, so yeah, the mascaras got tested this year. So we have the highly rated anti-gravity mascara from Milani. I went through a love-hate relationship with this mascara. Liked it for a while, didn't like it. Like, I never really completely got along with it, and for that reason I don't think I'm gonna repurchase this one. I did have one that's just called highly rated way back. I really liked that one, but that was different than this one. But I did finish it. Now this, on the other hand, became my favorite mascara of the year, even though unfortunately it's not cruelty free. It's from Clinique, the High Impact Mascara. I found that this was the best for my sensitive eyes, so I did repurchase this one. If you want just something natural that gives you a little bit of color to your lashes, but not much more, and not irritate your eyes, this is really nice. I did use up the Catrice lip oil. This one's in Glossy Blackberry. This was a little bit of an experiment because I wasn't sure if I had a reaction to this one. So in the introduction of the project, but I ended up using it all the way up. So really happy about that. Will not recommend. I didn't really love this one. Won't repurchase. Then I used up 2 lip liners. One was the Essence Stay 8-Hour Lip Liner, waterproof. I can't remember the shade on this. Sorry. Maybe it's Now or Never. But yeah, it's all gone now. So sorry for the darkness. I'm just... And then the ColourPop Lumiere. This is also all gone. I thought I was going to love this so much more than I actually did, but at least I finished it. I did work on the Sunbum lip balm with the banana scent. I really enjoyed that in the beginning for the first few months, and I don't know what happened, if it expired a little bit sooner than I thought, or if it was just me, or I don't know what happened, but I feel like it changed in taste. It did start to taste like that, like SPF taste that you get from most SPF lip products, unfortunately. But I did, like I said, I did really enjoy it in the beginning. So, and it's a pretty affordable lip balm as well. So I might purchase it if I know that I'm going to focus on it and use a lot of it for the first few months. But I know that if it's just going to lay in my drawers, it will probably expire a lot quicker. So then we have this Lip Glam Natural Lip Balm. I don't know much about this brand, but I did use it up all the way. The last week that I was working on this, it kind of just broke right here. So it is now open alongside the packaging here. So product is coming out. Don't love it. I did like the product, like it was good, but I won't repurchase. Then we have the Essence Natural Lip Tint Balm. I reached my goal on that one. I did finish it. I probably could have scraped out even more, but I'm gonna call this done. Really liked it, by the way. Probably could have repurchased. Then we have the ColourPop Lippy Sticks in Oh Snap. I have really been just working on this. I've focused more on this fall, so I don't have much left of this actually. This is all I have left. Probably just a week's use left out of this. So therefore, I'm guessing this might be a rollover to my 2026 Project Pan. I do not like this as a lip product. I really enjoy it as a blush. Oh, there it is. I thought I had thrown it out, but I did keep it to show you guys the Sunbum lip balm, and I forgot. So, and it started to crumble a little bit too. It's just, it was so weird. But I have a lot left. It smells really nice still, but the taste is not very good. So as you can see, still a lot of product left, unfortunately. This is what it looks like. Then we have the Makeup Mecca Sheer Lipstick in Lovely that I also decide to declutter. But before that, I did get a lot of use out of it. So I think there's still good progress, and I'm happy that I was able to work as much as I did with this lipstick before I decide to declutter it. I did manage to reach my goal on the Milani Matte Iconic number 68 lipstick. I just wanted to use this 10 times, which I did, and I have since decluttered it. This is what it looks like now. You can barely see that I've used it, but I have. Still smells fine, but it's just so old. I decided to let it go. The Clarins Lip Perfector, I did declutter, but I think actually I lost it. I'm not sure what happened to that one. Well, I don't have it in my collection anymore, and I didn't finish it. Then we have the Dior Show Mascara Primer, just a little like sample. I did use this one up, so I did reach my goal on this one. I liked it. It was a nice little mascara primer. Didn't love it as much as some other mascara primers that I've tried, so I'm not going to repurchase. It's not cruelty free, but I'm glad I'm done with it. I also wanted to do 10 uses on this Essence This Is Me number 6 Real lipstick, which I did, so really happy about that. I go back and forth whether or not I actually like this lipstick, but I think I do if it's a little bit sheared out. It's getting so dark. I'm so sorry. I hope you can see me still. Then halfway through the year, I did decide to include some more products. One of them was the Holy Strokes Microfine Brow Pen from e.l.f. Used this just like 5-6 times and I was done with it. It was completely dried up. Terrible product. Then I used up the Essence Micro Precise Brow Pencil. This was really nice, but I used it up very quickly. So for that reason, I don't know if it was worth the money, but yeah, so I used up 2 more brow pencils. Then I decided to try to finish the ColourPop Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Acid Setting Mist. That is always in my collection. It's one of my favorite products, and I thought since I'm using it anyways, I'll just try to work on it some more and finish it all the way, which I did. Then, because I ruled out that Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer, I decided I wanted to roll in my little mini NARS Laguna, and I'm really happy to report that it is all gone now. I'm really sad that this bronzer isn't cruelty free because I really do enjoy this one so much. I thought it was going to be way too dark for me, but it's so blendable. It works really well with my pale skin. So I'm going to miss this one because NARS is not cruelty free, so I won't repurchase. But I'm going to keep the little packaging because I think this will come in handy when I repress things and stuff. I also rolled in the Charlotte Tilbury Lip Bath in Pillow Talk. I started at the top mark there and I managed to finish it all the way. It's very minty, but I don't mind it. I really enjoy these lip baths. I have one more left. This is just a little travel size, so it was a little bit easier to get through, but still, I'm happy it's out of my collection. Then I also rolled in 2 more lip products. One of them was, I'll show you my little tracking system in my notepad in the end here, but I did roll in the Kiko Milano 503 lip liner. I was surprised at how much I loved this lip liner. It is so nice. So natural. I really started to enjoy using lip liner with this lip liner, so I didn't manage to finish it all the way, but I know I'm going to work on it for next year and probably finish this one sometime in 2026. So it's okay. Then lastly, I did roll in the LH Cosmetics Fantastic Lipstick in Pink Opal. One of my favorite lip products. This has an SPF of 15. This is my only lip product with SPF left in my collection because I didn't manage to finish it. There's not much left. I'm really glad I got to work on this since it does contain SPF, and I do think I'm gonna probably finish it next year. We'll see. But this is so pretty. All right, so let's take a look at some numbers, and I'm going to show you my tracked uses as well. All right, so out of the 39 products that was included in this project, I managed to reach my goal on 24 of those. And then I wasn't able to reach my goal on 6 of them, and then 9 of them I decluttered. This is my usage on the lovely lipstick. Here's the mark for the Oh Snap lipstick from ColourPop. Then, oh my gosh, this is how far I came with the pink opal from LH Cosmetics. And then lastly, you can see here my beginning of the Kiko lip liner, and then I work my way down here. Ooh. Okay. All right, that is it. So glad you can still see me even though it's so dark, but this is it for my finale of the 2025 project pan. This was a very interesting year to do a project pan. Next year is going to be a no-buy year, so I'm going to do like a no-buy project pan, so stay tuned for that. I think that's it. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you again next time. Bye!